Hello everybody, welcome back to our third episode of Step by Step, a story of a cake order. So far we have first contact with our imaginative wedding couple. We have spoken all the details in our first consultation, and after they left we have drawn a sketch, this picture, of a Romeo and Juliet wedding cake as per their expectation in our previous episodes. Now let's continue to imagine that they haven't seen that picture yet. We are ready, almost, to present our idea visually at the next meeting when we're gonna meet with them. So hoping that they see the picture, they like it right away, they don't want any changes, that's it. But even if it's the case, we also know that the next question will be, how much is it? So it will be quite appropriate for us as a professional cake decorators. We have also answered for that question at the same time without going back and forwards. What I'm talking about, like, you may just wait till they like the picture, then you start pricing that. That's not the right thing to do. So today I would like to show you how we did that pricing for thousands of cakes in the past. So let's call this episode How to Price Your Cakes with Itemization. Let me start the action going through my bullet points. So I take some notes before I when I plan this tutorial. So what I'm going to talk about it and what is the row of it, which one is first, which one is after. So first of all, you must obtain a sketch of a cake design with measurements. So that is the one I'm talking about. So every single information what you have earlier, like customer brought you a picture or you have seen somewhere another picture, and all those things are the passé and nothing to refer after this cake is finished on the paper life size. Or if it's not life size, but your final drawing is your place to refer for starting continuity work. All right. So what is important here is when you're doing this drawing, you make your decisions. Like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to turn that like that. I'm going to use this kind of flowers, etc. All those things that I tell you something very interesting. If I do this cake one more time in about, let's say, a couple of months, do you believe me? I'm going to draw it again. Because when I'm drawing the design, the drawing, I'm refreshing my mind and I know what to do after the drawing is finished. I cannot just refer, oh, okay, I will follow this unfinished. No, you still have to go every single corner and then decide what to do. So second thing is, obtain a price list in a form of a master document. So this is my master document for pricing. All right. So when this has happened, when we start 20 years ago making cakes, we don't have that. So we start like many people, 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier, and simple cake, medium, sort of crazy cake, and etc. You know, that's like a very simple itemization, and we make some very rounded prices. And then it didn't take too long to understand that is completely wrong thing to do. So because just we realize it, we charging sometimes, we spending more time for 1 tier cake than the 3 tier cake, and then 3 tier cake is as a 1 tier cake is cheaper than the 3 tier cake. So that didn't make sense at all. We have to make a much more elaborate, much more sophisticated pricing so that everything become fair and square. So not we charging someone extra, which is not necessary, or undercharging for us is like not so fair. All right. So let's talk about this document file. In this document, I have, you know what does this look like? Look like court cases, like the law is written and then there is something happened and somebody is committed or something, and then the what do you call this? The case has got like a judging points which never exist before, and then they added into the law, and then next time the same thing happened, they charge the person again the same kind of the fault. All right, so that is happened exactly the same. This we have about 2,000 items inside here, but this build up every cake after every cake. All right, so when I starting doing this, I have maybe just 100, 200 lines here, and after I end up about 2,000 lines, because every cake I have to decide how much I charge that particular corner, how much I charge for this street light, everything. It comes in here, and then continue to charging next time if I do a street light on some other cake. All right. So what do we have over here? I have here wedding and anniversary cakes in one Excel form. In here I have sections, different heights, 25, 40, 50, 75. Then after 100, 125. That's enough because I can always overlap two things together. If I need the 200, I will take 2 times 100. All right. And the second line is the width of the cake and the shape of the cake. The R means round, SQ means square, and then rectangular, oval, etc. And then another line here is the volume in liter. So that is sometimes useful. You don't need it much, but sometimes useful to know how big is the cake. You can just simply tell the customer that's what they're getting, so many liters of cake, right? And then the liter will give me the calculation here. If I put that number into the formula here, that is my standard portion, 3 by 2 by 1 inch. So 3 means 7.5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 2.5 centimeter, or 75, 50, 25 millimeters. So that is the calculation I do. All right. So we also calculate this one, but I'm going to tell you later on what to do with this. All right. So that means the portion is written according to the formula, and then after that, the price comes from this line here, $3.10 for 0.09 cubic. So that is actually calculated about that. So okay, now we continue. I have here exactly the sameness for birthday cakes. So why this happened, this also not happened right away. Then later on I realized that we don't spend as much as time for wedding cakes for the birthday cakes. So the birthday cakes, it's been done quicker than the wedding cakes. So that means it's not right we charge the same price wedding cake to the birthday cakes, because no matter what, attention for wedding cakes given more. So it is not sort of like unethical, because it's just norm, right? Birthdays is happening 80 times in your life, but the wedding only once, maybe twice, like me. All right. So that is most important your event in your lifetime. So that is the more attention is to be given. So more money is to be charged for the wedding cakes than birthday cakes. So how I solve this problem? I take the same price for a portion, but I increase the size of the portion in here. So what is happening? For the wedding cakes, you're paying $3.10 for this. For birthday cakes, you're getting bigger pieces for the same price. So that automatically solves that problem. All right. So okay, we have all sorts of things. Special cakes. We have decoration kits. Decoration kits means when I do cars, for example, I have a car kits to sell to charge. What does it mean? 4 wheels. One exhaust, 2 mirrors, etc. That's one kit for a car. I charge for a certain amount of money. And then after that, of course, 3-dimensional cakes in portions are different again. So, but let's talk about this wedding cake more than the birthday cakes over here. Mini cakes, and then board stands and material, and then special construction, pillars and ribbons, flowers and bouquets, centerpieces, surface decorations, objects and parts of centerpieces, objects and part of centerpieces. And then after that, we have figurines, different kind of figurines, painting, drawing, logos, even inscriptions is charged. And then non-food items. Then comes the transport. Of course, that the very important part is like a setup cost. So let's put this on the side and then continue talking about the next point here. We're going to do today manual itemization. That means we're going to look at here, we take a piece of paper. I'm going to take a big paper so you can see from top camera. And after that, we calculate all just by hand writing and then calculating, looking to this master file. All right. And after that, I'm going to go through this. And I'd like to also tell you, go a little more further, how you can involve with the computer. So just a simple, not about the software or something, just a simple Excel sheet, like a spreadsheet, to incorporate with your system so you can do things much more faster. All right. I'm going to also talk about it. So itemize the cake according to the pricing concept, which we're talking about, like a pricing concept. means, as I mentioned, the cakes, decorations, construction, and services. That's what I'm talking about. On that service point, there is different things. Like if you deliver different zones to charge, which we're going to see later. And then we're going to also, like, if you take someone with you over there to set up the table, you have to charge, that's separate. And then if you have to sort of like borrow some, I don't know, some stands or something, which maybe you rent from somewhere else, you charge that one. And the most important thing is the assembling. So this is the point that I like to make very much of important and emphasize in this tutorial, because most of the people, when they calculate the price, they don't calculate the time that they put the cake together. For example, you can charge $3 for each rose, all right? So how many roses you have? 10 roses or something. But you spend more time than making roses, put an arrangement. Like, shall I put this one there or there? So this is an assembling point. Like, for example, I do this balcony, I charge, but I spend time to put the balcony together. I charge the terrace here, I charge the roof here, but it takes me a lot more time sometimes than doing the bricks to put together in the right way. So that is the most forgotten items on pricing cakes, which I believe. You may just having different kind of concept. That's fine with me, but I did that mistake for quite a few years. After that, I start charging assembly, was everything nice and fair. All right. So and then tax, of course, and refer the price list and finish the quotation. Let's make it till here now, and then we talk about the rest after that, order taking part. All right. All right. Before we start the itemization, I like to go one more time to tell you the principle here, the concept here, the itemizing the cake before you do anything else. And after that, you make this one into 4 different groups: cakes, construction, decoration, and services. All right, that's just to make sure that you understand that part. All right, I'll take this large paper, and it is semi-transparent. I like you to see also the picture from behind while I'm making all the right things. So first step is writing every item that you're going to charge as a name. You don't have to worry about how many, how much, etc. Just nothing to worry. What do we have here? Cake 1. So let's go for a cake part. Okay, cake. I hope I don't make any spelling mistake. Cake 1. Cake 2. Cake 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cake 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. After that, cake is finished. Then we go for decorations. Okay, let's look at now nicely. We have just to pick up anything. You don't have to really from one after another. Just we have here windows, right? Just write windows. You don't write how many windows, all right? Windows. We have door. We have these roofs here, 3 of them, roofs. We have some over here that this cake is plain, all right, just a coat with a fondant, but this cake has a texture on it. So I'm going to do this one maybe using my Yen slice fondant method. So that has to charge extra than more than this. So we will have surface decor, which is called like just called surface decor. Surface decor. All right. Then we have this girl here, bride, and the groom. Okay. What else we have here? We have street light. Okay. We have this big branch over here, right? So I'm not so sure what I'm going to do with the brush. I think I'm going to use organic material, normal tree branch, and I cut and join together into a shape that I like. But of course we have to charge something for that, because I can't find the branch just like this. I will take bits and pieces, join together, and then to get this one done like this. So we have a branch here, branch with a branch, large. Okay, what else? Flowers. Bougainvilleas, right? And then, of course, there's leaves. That's all it is, just the branch, leaves, and flowers. Leaves. All right, what else? We have balcony here. Balcony. Well, I'm not going to count as all bits and pieces, because we're going to charge sort of different levels in there anyway. So that's, I don't want to worry about that little bits and pieces, all right? So let me check one more time. Windows, door, surface decorating, roof, and then the balcony, the girl, roof, window, this one, that's done. If I forget something, I will add later on again. So construction. What we have here, you have to remember this from what I did last time. That's the construction, all right? We have one PVC pipe over here. We have long threaded rod, LTR. We have board here, but before board, but I want to put like 1, 2, 3, 4 internal stand. Internal stand, all right? And we have board, and we have the coating, the cloth. I'm going to cover I always cover the board with the velvet cloth. So let me check this one again one more time. We have PVC pipe, we have long threaded rod, we have internal stand, which is this 4 of them, and then long threaded rod plus nuts, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anyway, we write down later on. That is all I can see. And so in this stage, if you miss something, after you speak with the customer, you can't charge anymore, because it's not professional. So you make sure that this list is very much of like look after, and then you don't miss anything. And if you think that's something you don't want to charge, don't add it, but don't miss it if you want to charge something, all right? Then after that, services. What do we have? I'll just write delivery. You know, we are just imagining now what we can deliver, etc. Delivery. And then we have assembling. Okay. Then we have, we don't worry to put this in the box. If I know that I'm going to put this cake in the box, I also put the packaging. All right. So the box is really not worry about it. Okay. So what else? That is it. After we calculate tax and everything after that. So next thing to do is you don't charge anything yet, right? So this is the first step, writing items one after another and covering everything what you're using in the cake, all right? Second thing is you have to write down the specification of it, all right? So the first cake is 150 high, 250 wide. 150 times 250 square cake, all right? And that will be mud cake. Okay, Mud cake is a regular flavor, so that's the $3.10 one. All right, and then cake 2 is 175 times 125. That's also square cake, and this dummy. All right. So number 3 is 150 height. You know, when I said at the beginning, you must have a drawing, obtain the drawing with the measurements, all the measurements, you know what to do, all right? So 150, 175 square, and that will be then red velvet cake, all right? Number 4 is 100 times 100 square cake. That's a fruit cake. So that's a special flavor. You don't charge fruit cake same price as the mud cake. There is the regular flavors. There is a special flavors. So all what I'm doing over here, I'm just saying to you how much I charge, but I'm not telling you how much you have to charge. You have to make your own mind, and different countries, different price, of course. And then after that, I also telling you in this tutorial a system that you may like to follow. So that's why I'm doing this tutorial, all right? So decoration wise, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the other side, I will put one more, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't put anything. 5, 6, 7. Maybe we put another 2 small one over here. 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what I like to say is, I can't just do so much detail. I can't just like a window for 5 centimeter, window for 7 centimeter. Windows are windows, as long as it's just within that like a limit, and smallest and the largest, like you can say like medium size. 9 windows, that's it, all right? And after that we have door 1 door, 9 windows, all right? Roofs, also the medium size roof, so I'm not going to charge. If I have a small little roof like this for a mini cake, of course different, but if you see this is here almost the same work, so I'm just going to charge individual. 1, 2, 3 roof, so 3, all right? And surface decor, we have 1 and 2, additional 2 times, that is pavers. Actually, I know that pavers is like for the floor, but it looks the same, exact same. So if I make a price for pavers, I will use it for roof or for walls, it's the same thing, all right? And then bright, okay, bright will be, let's see, that's different, like the size has to be counted, right? This is like about 13 centimeter, but we will see in the list how much is it, 13 cm. And then groom is a special because he's sitting. That means a person in action, all right, is also special. And then he will be bigger. So he will be probably like a 10, about maybe 16 centimeters, all right? That is maybe 16 or let's say, because you see like this groom is in front of you, but the bride is far away, it's on the top. So that's why this will be a little bit smaller, this one a bit larger, all right? Let's say 16, all right? And then street light, no need to put numbers, only 1. Branch large. Flowers, I think I will do flowers maybe about 50 times, because what I do is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 50 times flowers. And then leaves, probably around 100 times. Why I say that? Because I'm going to make the same type of thing. I'm going to make the leaves out of green, make the flowers out of purple, but exactly the same work. I'm going to make a cutter like the triple leaf cutter, and then just squish it into a flower or the bunch of leaves. It's the same thing. That's a kind of practical method to make it like a filling so much flowers into one area. All right. Balcony is 1, and then PVC pipe is this is like 50 mil and about 15 centimeter, 150, and 60 plus nuts, anyway, or here, plus something. Internal stand we have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4. Board, which is 50. Sorry, not the round, it's a square, right? 50 square. And then cloth, we need to have a cloth for covering that. Services, delivery, I will look at my list. Assembling, I will look at my list. Box is NA, not applicable. All right. So let's continue now putting prices in here. All right. First cake, 150 height. First number always the height. Second number is the width. All right. 150 height, 150 millimeter height, 250 millimeter width. Square cake, mud cake. So I don't have 150. I just look at 75 and then take 2 of them. All right. 75 height. Where's my ruler? Here. All right. 75 height. Square cakes. 250. That is 50 portion. 50 portion. That means 100. 100 portion. And then price is $155 times 2 is $310. $310. Right? Second cake is dummy cake, but we still have to calculate the price. All right, 175, 125 dummy. So I like to look at here 175. That means I have to look at the 75. I don't have 125 width. I have 100 and 150. I like to look at here. One is 8 portion, $25, and then another one is 7,500, 100, and what is it? 100, 8 portion. I look at the 150 here. And yeah, that's the square. 150 square is 24 portion. So 24 plus 8 is 32 portion. 32. The price is 25 plus 74. That is not the price for dummy cake. Dummy cake, I just look at here. Where is it? Dummy cakes, about $1 each. So $1 each portion. So I still charge $32 for dummy cake. Because some people think dummy cake is free. It's not free because it's only different is the cost of the sponge and the cream, which is not much. The work has to be still be done. So I still charge, instead of $3.10, I still charge $1 for covering the fondant, etc. All right. So number 3 is 150 to 175. So that is again 150 height. I don't have. I have to look at 75 height. 75 and 175 is a square here. 150, 150, 175. Okay, this one. 18 plus 32. That's 50. 50 portion. Cost will be $99.56. $155. $55. All right. Okay, next cake is cake 4. It is a fruit cake, 100 by 100. I have to go to 100 height. 100 height here. 100 height, 100 by 100. Square cake is about 11 portion. Square cake, 11 portion, $33. 11 portion. Yeah, that is already, you don't have to cake toggle. It's 100 by 100 is already square, 11 portion. Then that is $33. But $33, it has a special flavor. I have here surcharge for that. Special flavor surcharge $1 each portion. So that means another $11 goes here. $11. All right. All right. Next one. Windows. So windows are decorations as an object. I have to look at the objects. Where is it? Objects, parts and centerpieces, and then I have to look at like a fillers, natural, musical, wearings, and the buildings, casino and professional buildings. So windows, medium, $10 each. So that is $90. All right. The door, medium-sized door, $20. $20. Roofs is actually the surface decoration because let me see. Roofs. No, roofs is kits because multiple pieces join together. All right. Cover kits. It goes to the buildings. Roofs, 20 to 25 centimeter, approximate size, $60 each. That means 1, 2, 3. That's about $180. $180. All right. And then balcony. Now, let's go to surface decor first. Surface decor. Pavers, stone walls, $60. 2 times 60, $120. Okay. Let's go to figurines. Person, how is it? 13 centimeter. Okay, I have 16. 16. I like to charge $60 for the bride. And then the guy is $90. But it is in action, so the special 20 centimeter or 16 centimeter, that will be done like $135. Because it's just simply as a guitar in the hand and all those things, that I just take the special person. All right. Street light, it is an decoration, an object. Street light, $50. Okay, branch latch. Go to the construction. That is non-food. I have to go to non-food section. Non-food. Major wooden branch work, $35. Some time ago, I did some cake with the major wood branch charge. I charged for $35, so it just becomes in one of the items in the list. Okay, flowers. So the flowers wise, what I like to do is I want to make. Look at here. Refer here. Flowers, because I'm talking about like leaves. You know the leaves. So I have, I like to take a single small leaf, 40 cents, and make a triple, so $1.20. $1.20 times leaves, which is $120. 120. And I take a little bit larger leaves, which is a medium large, 60 cents. 3 times 60, $1.80 times 50, which is $90. Okay. Then balcony. Objects, buildings. Okay, I don't have balcony. I like to charge balcony for about building parts. All right. I like to write over here balcony because, as I mentioned before, if you don't have something, you have to write. I want to charge about $50. All right, because it's very simple. Right? So next time I do another balcony, I will still charge $50. If it's a different balcony, like maybe larger balcony, I will write down $70. Maybe like a Baroque balcony or something like this, and I will charge differently. All right. So that means I shouldn't have one balcony. We'll have different balconies. Even that I'm taking like different objects, it can be also a variety of tests with different sizes. You have different prices. All right. What we said, $50 balcony. That's 50. All right. Okay. Construction. Board stand material. So this board is 50 plus. And then after that, I have an oversize $25 and $25. Board for 25, cloth also 25. So basically, the people pay $50 for that beautiful sort of upholstered board. All right, and then internal stand. Where is it? Internal stand. $12 each, $48. 48. Long-threaded rod plus nuts, 60. I have here approximately 30 centimeter, but I have already two of them, 12. I'll go for 20 because of the nuts also. $20 for that. And then PVC pipe. Each PVC pipe around $6. All right, now services. Delivery, we look at here. Deliveries calculated in zones. So what I look at, we are in Gold Coast in Australia now. What we do, I just put the dots of our location. I make the circles. Each circle is one zone because how far we go. So that will be then, let's say we go into which zone? Let's say we go this zone, which is about Pimpama, whatever, $60. Imagining, okay, delivery, $60. Okay, now come to most important point, assembling. Let me emphasize this assembling part a little bit more carefully and then spend a few more minutes with that. So we have, in the wedding cake categories, we have 10 different categories. They are all with the code number, like for example, FWC means floral wedding cakes, NWC means non-floral wedding cakes. So it's all those categories has a different kind of like a coding and etc. Sometimes what I take the number from the camera, whatever the camera gives the number to the photograph, it becomes the number of the cake. But sometimes you just carry on with the special numbers on it. All right. So we have the 10 different wedding cake and then 20 different birthday cakes. So don't worry about birthday cakes. This wedding cakes is 10 different ones. So when it comes to the assembling, we refer to this list. All right. So what will happening? That is the manual of pricing. So that is the cake cost, construction cost, and decoration cost. Very simple steps. That's what we did. Everything done. But when it comes to the assembling, we have to refer and choose which type of cakes we're going to charge, because same as anything else, assembling also has different level. So I put about 4 different levels. First level is a simple texture ribbon floral work, no pillars, $1 each portion. Second thing is the level moderate, which is the add surface decorations. There is pillars work, there is a carving work involved, and then there is a more to complete after the centerpiece is placed on the cake. So this kind of cakes will be about $2 each portion. And then which is called, third one is complicated. That is also a specification here, is $2.50. And then last one is project cakes like this. I take this one as a project because it really needs a lot of time to design and etc. So that is a kind of project. And then I will charge $3 for each portion. So that is the number of portions involved. 193 portion is the whole cake, and then $3 each. It cost about $579. I spent whole day to put this cake together. So that is fair enough. It's end up all together, all the price, $2,254 for subtotal, and then GST 10% in Australia, which is a goods and services tax, $225, $4,479. So $2,500. So some of you, I'm sure, saying that, wow, so expensive. Some of you, oh, fair enough, it's a lot of work. That's okay. I mean, $2,500 for a wedding cake, it's not a lot of money for this kind of cake. It can be done only just $300-400 or even then $200, but you get something like that. Maybe you see it from far away. This one, it's a part of the wedding. It will be remembered for a long time as a kind of concept of the cake. And then that's, of course, cost for the work. So now what I'd like to go through with you, if I want to do a whole lot like this, a little bit more computer involved. I'm not talking about the software. I'm just talking about like simple spreadsheet. How can we make it involved with that? Make it a little bit more referable, like you do something and then you can refer back again for your customers. In this kind of situation with that itemization, when customer come back and say, oh, it's a bit too much, it's over my budget, it's very easy to make it an arrangement here. For example, you can do like, okay, let's get this, let's take the light off. It's $50 off. Let's make the cake about 25 millimeter less on each. That may change this price. And then let's make don't make any pavers. It's already $120 less. So it is possible to play from $2,500, bring to about maybe $1,500 if you just squish a little bit. Maybe in that kind of case, I will also give maybe a bit discount, reduce the work, etc. I'm not going to use so much of flowers, etc. This is all possible, all right? But if you don't do this itemization, it's very hard work to play with the price and then make it fairly reduced for yourself, that you don't work much, and also fairly reduced for customers, that they don't pay for the work which is not they receive, all right? So let me go through it again. I'm just going to come back with a little bit more information about the computer involved part. 1998, year 1998, we opened first shop in Gold Coast, and then we probably have the first company, we've been the first company, have officially a website. So that website was a very simple, I don't remember any other company has a website in that time. So even that when customer walk in and we say we have a website, they've been sort of like surprised and really admired with that. And that was a very simple website, just the pictures, etc., nothing else. But later on, we have a website, very, very sort of like a sophisticated. You can make searches according to the colors and flowers, etc. And also, we've been probably the only one of the few that have a price tags on the cake pictures. So we have all those categories what I showed you just now, these categories. So wedding cakes and then birthday cakes and everything in categories, and everything pictures, and then with the also price on it. How we achieve that? We basically, everything what I did over here, we did that in the computer. In the computer means that we use only Excel sheets, like spreadsheets. So that price list is actually in Excel, right? This is all Excel sheets, all right? What will happen here, and I create a mini price tags. So let me show you that. So that cake is, I done it quite a few, many years ago. This is another sort of very similar cake. I like to show you that price tag for what we did that time. So as you see that there's a four tags in one page, but I want to concentrate on one page only so you can see the details. So over here, that is a decoration part. There's a framework, which is the, what do you call, it is the construction, and then there's the cakes like cake 1, cake 2, cake 3, etc. All right. So actually, that string exactly highlight, copy it, and then paste it over here specially as a special paste. So it's actually this line is linked to that list. So if I change one day one rose price from $3 to $5, all the taxes change. So that is a very practical way. It's a little bit, of course, a bit of like a primitive, but it was quite very well worked with that. All right. So in this section, sort of like when the string carry here, let's say house with tile roof. All right. So $130 appears over here. I just have to add over here 3, then becomes $390. All right. So funny couple. That's the price I charged last time, 15 centimeters special, $210, one couple for $210. So the cakes over here, like it comes to the height and the width and the shape and the liter and number of portions and the price. And then there's only one cake. So that's the same price, all right? Then after that, this section is the total 104 portion. That's for the cake, that's for the decoration, that's for the framework. And also like the code number here, assembling cost 1D, $3. $313 here. Romeo and Juliet. I think I reduced my price for assembling later on. Per portion is 1970. This gives us a good idea about how much people paying for that one portion. So that is very, very useful because when we have a manual album, so we beside the website, beside the screen, we have also manual albums that we can attach this picture, this price text into that picture, so people can say when they look into the album they can see the price. The good thing about that, when people, once they have the same cake again in the future, like they look at the album, that's our reference pictures. They're not coming with the picture in the hand. They're looking at our album and choose one cake from there. So they have a price list and they say, I like this cake. But my number of people is more than 104 portion. So all what I do, I keep everything. I increase the cake sizes here. I just delete it, grab a new one, put it here and copy it. That's it. Then I have a new prices without spending all those times. All right. So that was all. So that's what I want to say. I mean, you don't have to do this, but just want to give you as a kind of like idea what else you can do to make it in different level. All right. So I like to now talk about the very important part is the condition of order. So it's all good, everything done. We make the price, they like it, and they confirm it. All right, but it's not finished yet because we didn't take the order yet. We just have to. We just tell them what. We just listen what they want. We just tell them what we're going to do. They said yes, but there's more things to do. The last thing is you have to make this one on paper as a contract, a simple contract. All right. So that is the most important thing because in my experience, we came across to people after the wedding is finished, they complain about everything. All right. So I'm not sort of like accusing somebody, but we have seen those kind of sort of attitude from some people. All right. Customers always right, but certain degree. If you feel like, for example, we have a shop doing wedding cakes. We have a florist on just the 2 doors away, and people coming to us for wedding cake and then going there for flowers. And after that, we know that they complain to us, and then they also complain flowers. And the florist was perfect. They were sort of like doing fantastic business. I always love what they're doing. I can't imagine they do something wrong. And then we also do our best. But to protect yourself, you have to deal with this kind of thing. So what does it mean? Customer tell you what they're looking for. You agree to do it. All right. And also you have to put your conditions to customer. They also agree to accept your conditions. All right. That is about that. That does not happen also right away. It's happened after many years because we face those kind of problems. For example, I start from this one about 6 different points here, and it's end up about 15 at the end. All right. First one, unintentional delays. So we are putting the cakes in our car and we're delivering, and we just leave the place early enough. Maybe it's a summer day, hot. We can't just spend hours in the car. So then if there's a traffic, if there is a sort of a road blockage or something, we can't help it. So that's why they have to agree that understand that we do our best, but if there's a delay, so it will be like not our sort of responsibility because there is something that we cannot control. All right. So after all, it's not a sort of like life-threatening situation. We will bring the cake no matter what, but we may just a few minutes delay. That's all right. All right. So they have to understand that. They cannot complain, oh, you came 5 minutes late than what you said and give me my money back. It's not going to happen. All right. The pickup. All cakes picked up from the door after, they are responsible about the cake. So if they see the cake in good condition, they sign on this one of here, receive or receive in good condition. They sign in this one. I'm going to explain soon. And after that, they take after the door, they are responsible. You are responsible before the door. All right. Payments are issues like they have to make certain amount of payment, but I'm going to go for order part here. Receiving personal. So that means the wedding responsible couples or whatsoever, they have to tell you who is going to be in charge on that event, who take over the cake, and then we will be responsible for delivering. We are still responsible delivering till that person sign it and then says that I take over, I'm responsible from now on. Because when we arriving to the place, most of the time people still doing setting up and cleaning, etc. Somebody knocked the table and then wedding cake is dropped. That's not our fault. All right, we will do our best to fix it, but it's not our fault. All right. So non-edible parts, it will be written over here. If you make any kind of like a internal support, internal construction, etc., you list them over here. And then when you're giving the cake to somebody taking over, you have to explain. He signs over here. Receiver declaration. I declare that I have received the cake in good condition and will hand over this form to chef in charge. So because in this form also say how big is the portion. So you cannot come back to say, okay, we cut the cake, but it's not enough. So if they cut this size, that's the cake will be enough. All right. So another thing is portion size. I explained allergy issues. Make sure that you ask in every customer, is there anybody allergy issues? And they have to accept with this form, you're not responsible for matters like this. All right. Changing in design. Whatever, like is something not important. Fading colors. So if somebody give you fresh flowers, for example, here, also that I don't like to work with fresh flowers because they're always fading and then they're just losing the freshness. So that's why if it comes to the fresh flowers issue, you tell your customers that you're a florist and bring the flowers over there and they place it on. All right. So you can advise them how to do it, like a bouquet this size, and give them a size and everything. They can prepare and then just put it on the cake with the sort of like a protected barrier that nothing touches the cake, something strange. All right. Packaging, etc. Centerpieces, what you have on the cake, it is not for your room decoration. It is for cake decoration. It may break during the event, but if it's broken also, it's not responsible because it is a sugar decoration for cake, not for your shelf to keep it rest of your life on the shelf. All right. And then maintenance, integrity of the cake, blah blah, and then publications. So you must have a right to take a photo and put it in your album, this cake, because they pay for it. And then unintentional mishap, that is very important. Sometimes along the way we make a mistake. That's a human being mistake. Like for example, somebody order a mud cake, dark mud cake, we make a white mud cake. You know, it is not also end of the world. So what we're doing over here, you can't ask complete money back if we make a mistake about the flavor. You will get exactly the same cake what you order, another cake in that size, so you can use it for birthday or something like this. But we're not going to replace the cake with that. So it is a kind of should be acceptable. All right. Maybe harsh to say that, but it is understandable because it's just instead of dark mud, white mud cake. I mean, okay, I'm going to give you dark mud cake later on. All right. Very important here, allergy issues, and then unintentional delay. For example, what I always say to people, you know, I put the cake inside the truck. There's no seat belt. There's no cake belt to put the cake around. So it is just standing in the middle. We drive very carefully, all right? But if somebody jump in front of the car, so I'm not gonna kill the guy. I'm gonna just, don't worry about the cake. I'm just gonna break it. You know, I'm just full break. I'm not gonna hurt the guy, all right? So that is also acceptable. If something like this happen, the customer should understand what we're saying, that if we don't have the cake, we will make sure, go back and fix it, make a new one and come back. Maybe, I know it is sort of like a very bitter to say, but we will arrive there back again in when the event starts. You know, that is happening in many years, just one or two times, that's all. So that is also something that you cover yourself. You don't hurt people in traffic because of the cake. All right. Here we have cutting instructions written here. It's good to sort of like give some people like to understand, and then portion sizes, because if this one passed to the kitchen, whoever cut the cake, it will have a good information here. Prepare a sharp chopping knife, warm water, baguette, and clean kitchen towel with the cake slice for cake slicing. Actually, I recommend them to have two knives. One hot water, two knives. One knife in here, and take it out, cut, put back. Second knife, cut a couple of slices, put back again. Exchange the knife always, so that while the knife is staying in the hot water, it will be nice and clean. Another thing is like take a chunk big pieces. Like when you cut the cake, do not cut one each portion from the cake. You cut the one big piece, take it out, put on the chopping board. Yeah, that's what I mean actually, chopping I think I was the wrong mislead over here. Chopping knife, but it's a chopping board, I think. Yeah, anyway, so put in the big board and then cut portions on the board. Once this finished, take another big chunk and then take another again, just continue with that. So that is very useful. Every company who is selling wedding cakes or other cakes must have something like this in that. So I can actually provide you this one to an idea. I will ask my son to also attach to this one the document for the course material. All right. So when this one agree, this one agree, sign. Okay. Then comes the order form. Order form. You can make it in computer or you can make it manually, print out like this. All the detail of the time, detail of the person, all right, your telephone number and then birthday, etc. And then that's the statistic that where the customer coming from. That's very important in the long term, that you channelize, you spend your advertising accordingly. And that's a declaration, which is to say that I have read this, I have read the order, understand everything, and sign over here. Customer sign over here. And of that detail of the cake, detail of this is the same thing as what I showed you just now. It's a smaller version of that tag. It changes. Actually, you can just cut this one after that, put it in the album, but it's better to keep this paper in one piece in the file. All right. That's the little drawing here to understand the thing, and that is the flow of the work. When you're doing a couple of cakes in the same week, and you have it's checked, the board's been done, cakes are masked, coating will be done, and also finished. So you can just put different marking colors here on this location to see on the wall which cake is done, which cake is not done yet. All right. List of decorations. You can also use that one for the monitoring the decoration part. And then internal support. Any changes that customer asking for, then it's here. This part is for construction. Also like what kind of material you use, what kind of color you use for the board for this here, etc. And the payment also here. So all those detail over here about the history of that one order is here. All right. So what will happen now? On the next tutorial, next episode, we will take all this information, go in the kitchen, and I'm going to explain you what we do in the normal real life, that when we have to do this cake in the kitchen. And if you have other cakes at the same time on the same week, so how we organize this one so nothing mixed up, I will talk about those issues on next episode. So that will be like producing the cake and then also organizing the cake all together. So that is all for today, guys. I think I've spoken too much. I'm just out of my breath. And thank you so much for having me. God bless you all. Until to my next episode. Bye for now.